episode 71 of Football Manager 2015 with Southampton. Joining you back, it's the 19th of October 2024. Got the live commentary at home to Manchester City in the league. It's going to be a tough one, and to be honest, we've been in fairly mediocre form since the last episode, which I would go check out if you didn't see the last episode, because it was a bit of a blinder. If you haven't gone back to the last episode, that's a recap. We won against Tottenham Hotspur 7-3. Matheus Mires scored 5. Rabea scored 1. Papadopoulos also scored 1. We were 1-0 down and 2-1 down. So that pretty much summed it all up. But we won the game 7-3. Scoring, 3 goals within 4 second half minutes. Yeah, so it's fairly standard, to be honest. And as you can see, from then on, we've been extremely inconsistent. But we started off at home to Real Betis, and this was a good win. Our first game in the Europa League group stage, and we won the game 5-2, which was happy days. Again, scoring loads, not really looking too great defensively, though. Now, in this game, Matheus Mires, after his 5 goals, was a little bit tired, so I decided to give Max the Machine Done a go. And he then gave me a real dilemma, because he went out and banged in 2 goals in the first half to give us a 2-0 lead. Then Mitrovic and Raul Jimenez were their front two. Mitrovic, one of the best youngsters on the game at the start, and Raul Jimenez, just a pretty tidy player at Atletico Madrid. And they managed to make it, actually. No, it was 2-0, then 2-1. Tyler made it 3-1. Jimenez made it 3-2. And then Ross Locke, who scored his first ever goal for the club, the young 18-year-old left winger, who got a game off the bench, I think. And Andre Wisdom, who was praying for a game to keep him kind of in contention in the squad, scored his first goal for the club in the 81st minute to wrap up a 5-2 win. So that was kind of happy days. But then we travelled to Swansea, where we got fucked over. I thought it was going to happen at some stage, I did, but this was just epic fuck over territory. Firstly, we lost Max the Machine Done within 9 minutes through a big injury, which sidelined him for 2 months at the time. Now, he's out for another 2 to 3 weeks, but he hasn't been seen since. And as you can see, we were 2-0 down after 3 minutes. Now, we started off, actually, I don't know whether you can actually see like the starting formation. No, because yeah, that was the starting formation. Because I was in a little bit of a dilemma with Dunn and Mires scoring, I decided to shake up the formation a little bit and play 2 up front. But what happened was that we were extremely caught out, and oh god, we just had a shocker in the first 3 minutes. And after 3 minutes, I changed it all around back to the other one, back to our normal tactic, and it seems to work a little better. We just got fucked over. A penalty within 1 minute, continuing our great run of conceding very early goals. Timmy Freeman gave that away. Then Damari Gray made it 2-0 after 3 minutes. Mires made it 2-1. I thought game on. Then Polenta managed to get another penalty. I think it was Zuccolini this time at fault. And the 39th minute. Of course, nobody misses penalties on this new update. Then Brian Rabea made it 3-2 after 62 minutes. And of course, then we get a penalty, a bit of luck, and Brian Rabea misses it. Now, I swear, since the update, I have seen possibly near to 100 penalties, and this is the first one I've ever seen missed. And of course, it was when we were searching for a goal. We were desperate for a goal, and he missed it, and we ended up losing the game 3-2. Heartbreak, absolute heartbreak. Then played Cap 1 Cup 3rd round at home to Brentford, and we were quite lucky in this game. We put out a much changed team. Mikel Martinez this time picked up an injury. He was out for 2 months. He's out for another month still, which is really disappointing because it's kind of hampered his progression. And Mires picked up a knock at the time. Is he still out? No, he's back. But he was out for a bit. So he had to play Rabea up front on his own, and we won the game 1-0 through a Brian Rabea penalty. This time he managed to slot it home in the 69th minute. As you can see, we made so much more hard work of the game than we needed to. 22 shots to 1, 4 clear-cut chances to 0, and 3 half chances to 0. But yeah, we just couldn't find the back of the net. And it took a penalty to get us through to the fourth round, of which we've drawn at home to QPR, which I think is a tricky draw because they're second in the Premier League at the moment. So I think that could be a real banana skin. At least it is at home, I'll have to say. We then played at home to Chelsea in the league, and this was just a write-off from the beginning, really. We were just never going to get anything from this game, and we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with conceding a goal within 2 minutes, Luis Suarez scoring, and then Luis Suarez managed to score another in the 19th minute. Now, this is a 37-year-old Luis Suarez, and he's still raping the league. He scored 6 and 7 in the league already, and he's 37. Like... bloody hell. And at this stage I was getting a bit pissed off because our three centre back formation just wasn't working, because Suarez was able in this game to just nip into areas where fullbacks would usually occupy and just slot home easy finishes. Now I don't know whether I changed the tactic going into this game. I might have actually. Let's have a look at what we went for in this. No, sorry, we stayed for this. And we lost 2-1 away at Nuremberg in the Europa League. I think this was the one that kind of sent me over the edge, I suppose. Sven Kuntz, pardon the name, Sven, but he opened the scoring in the 27th minute. Matthias Mires equalised with another goal in the 49th minute before Martin Koblilanski made it 2-1 in the 70th minute. An even game which could have gone either way, really. Like the overall match statistics was extremely tight, but Nuremberg did manage to nick it, which was infuriating to say the least, and we lost the game 2-1. And it was at this stage that we finally changed the tactic again to something a little bit more orthodox, as you'll see, and I'll probably show you here. And we travelled to St James's Park and we picked up a good 1-0 win, I have to say. And it was a good 1-0 win because we had to dig deep. Now, this was the formation we went for. So just a straight back four, defensive midfielder, 2 central midfielders, 2 attacking wingers, and a striker. So not a bad, so a fairly standard formation. Then Emre Can managed to get a man of the match at left back, because I've noticed the only problem with us playing a four-man defence is that Emre Can is the only person who can really play at left back. Shane Ciardini can play there, but not any good. So we're resting all our hopes on Emre Can, which is a little bit risky, I suppose. But anyway, he did really well in this game. Nestor Aguirre scored his first ever goal for the club, and it was a winning goal as well, which was happy days, really. And we managed to eke out a win, and a much needed win away at Newcastle. So we go into this game against Manchester City, and we're in 14th place, which is poor. Considering we finished, where did we finish 6th last year? Yeah, we finished 6th last year. Now we've got this game, which is the 5:30 on the Saturday, so we've got a game in hand on a few teams, and if we win, I suppose we could hop up to around 9th if results go our way. So you can see we've scored 13, which is actually quite good, but then conceded 13, which was very bad. One thing though I've noticed actually is in the 2 games that we've kept clean sheets, the Capital One Cup game, we started Fraser Forster, last year's keeper of course. And then, in the Newcastle game, we started Forster again. So he's managed to get 2 clean sheets from 2 games, and questions are really raised whether I should play him ahead of Gustavo Alegre in this game, because his record has not been sublime, conceding 13 in 6 games, over 2 a game, without a clean sheet yet. So that's a little bit worrying. Maybe I should give Forster another game in today's game. But you feel with Forster he's just always on the brink of kind of a terrible foul. Or, no, not a terrible foul, a terrible error. Anyway, if we have a look at our individual player statistics, though, top goal scorers, Matthias Mires, as expected, with 11. Ribeo's got 4, Dunna's got 3, but of course he's been injured for the last 2 months. Or the last month or so. Brian Ribeo as the top assister with 10. Then Mires and Max and Lingard with 3 apiece. Average rating wise, Mark Bowman on loan has got an 8.2 in his first 3 games on loan at the MK Dons at the top of League One. He seems to be doing very well for them actually. he's got a bit of potential in the bank, I suppose, does Mark. But Rabeo, Chan, Wisdom, Reed and Urbanek, the top 5. Wisdom has actually been playing games recently, like he asked for them, and I gave them to him, and he's been decent enough in the 4 games he's played. Only one in the league, which was the last game, because he's really... Another thing is he's one of the few kind of right backs we have. If actually like the only right back we have. So again, Shane Ciardini can fill in, but he's just not very good at filling in. Like, you wouldn't really be trusting him, which is a bad thing because he's going to have to be called upon, I suspect, at some stage. And he's only a decent player for most Sky Bet Championship sides, and he doesn't like big games. So I'm really hoping there wouldn't be an injury in today's game, because that could fuck us over a little bit. So we'll get into today's game against Manchester City, who are looking to play this very extravagant tactic, it seems. Now, they're up in 4th, having won 6 and only lost 1, which was away at Everton, in their first 7 games. So they're in decent form going into this. We've got Forster in goal. We've given them the go. Chan, Escobar, Fosu Mensah and Andre Wisdom. Tim Freeman as the ball-wing midfielder. Zuccolini and Harrison Reed. Aguirre and Lingard on the wings with Mires up top. This is because Brian Rabea, although it pains me to see it because it's such a big game, he's only on 88% and we just can't take that risk. I think it was... Were we playing midweek? No, we weren't playing midweek. It was a big international break, though. And Rabea obviously got tired playing for his national team. I think that's Chile. I'm there to be corrected on that, though. No, it is Chile. Good to see. I think he's one of their star players. Of course, he's going to be knackered after playing for them. Although a few in the starting lineup are pretty out on their feet as well. But let's hope Manchester City have a bit of that as well, because I suspect they've got more internationals in their team than we do in ours. They are playing this extravagant 3-4-1-2. Paddy Roberts, one of the best young players on the game, hasn't turned into actually that much on this save. He made a controversial move to Celtic in around the 3rd season, and then he went on to Liverpool, then Arsenal and Man City, but he really hasn't gotten a go at City. He played 1 league game so far this year and got 3 assists in it. So let's hope he doesn't keep up that form against us today. So I suppose the only thing we can do is trying to motivate the team into giving some sort of performance for the fans at least. And I suppose like it's only the 2nd test of this new formation, so let's still, I suppose, in the process of settling in. Because it's not exactly a complicated formation or something, and the players are quite adaptable. Like, it's not like they're not competent or anything on it. Like, they're quite settled already, despite only kind of playing this tactic for a week. And it hasn't been a reserve tactic. I kind of just I made it from thin air, really. I knew something needed to be changed with that 3 centre-half formation. Maybe we can revert to it at some other stage. Maybe against the lesser teams. Maybe that's the thing. But we need 4 at the back, I think, against the good teams. Well, they might still beat us, but I think it will give us at least a little bit more stability, as we haven't really been up to much in this first 20 minutes. Icardi, great save, and Roberts slams that into the side netting. So the first half an hour has gone by and we still managed to be 0-0 in this game. But Paddy Roberts, Nastasic, there's the opener. Or is it? No, it is offside. Now that is a bit controversial, but we're not complaining because it keeps us at 0-0. Now let's have a look, because of course we do have the goal action on replays, which gives us the offside line. And was he offside? It seems. Oh no, he wasn't actually, because that's the blue line. Oh my god, that's a shocking call. We have gotten away with murder there. I was thinking at the time, like that was a harsh call for offside, but like I didn't think he'd be that far on, but oh bloody hell, now they've hit the post. God, the luck is just not going City's way at the moment. Fraser Forster is living a charmed life in goal, but yet to concede, which I suppose is the good thing. Paddy Roberts has had to go off. Gonzalez coming on. He must be a regen because I don't recognise him. Here's Mires, Nestor Aguirre. Back to Mires. We haven't really seen much of our attacking intent in this game because we just haven't been able to. And that's a great tackle by Fosu Mensa because Gonzalez was nearly in there. Mires just gets butted off the ball too easily, and that has gone through Lingard. Icardi. Gonzalez now the substitute. Joshua Murphy, the young Norwich guy. Can we break? We don't look like it because we don't look like we can hang on to the ball for long enough. Here's Zuccolini. Oh, chance possibly for Mires. Oh, he's hit it over. Our first clear-cut chance. Matheus Mires blazes over. But to be honest, that's been a pretty good first half, if you ask me. We'll tell them again we have faith to try and keep up this performance. But like we've been living a little bit on edge as well. So, it's a tough one to really. I'll just settle the opposition instructions. There's always going to be loads. Let's have a look at Israel. Oh, God, he looks good. God, he's not a bad guy to bring off the bench. That's for sure. But I suppose we have been living on the edge for that first half, so we're going to have to see, can we gain a little bit more control? Not look quite as susceptible defensively. Here's Freeman. Like, we had that one chance that we created, although, I've certainly seen better clear-cut chances. We just don't seem to be able to hang on to the ball. We're making decent efforts kind of in this play, in open play, to tackle and get the ball off City, but then we're kind of giving it just straight back to them, which isn't really good enough. Joshua Murphy got an awful effort, and Forster, he's a lucky man. Well, he's not lucky, Forster, but he's a bit lucky that City's finishing hasn't been up to scratch just yet. Gonzalez now, I thought that was going to be a penalty for a second. It wouldn't have surprised me. We've had pretty shit luck in terms of conceding penalties recently. Here's Romero, Gonzalez. It's going to come. Murphy, Romario. It's kind of the inevitable. Oh, bloody hell, Lucas Romero has clipped the post. And that was their fifth clear-cut chance, and it's just not happening for us today. We're being completely overrun. And surely it's only a matter of time before Man City take the lead here, because we just look at 6s and 7s, really. Like, we're just trying to cling on at this rate, and it's still another half an hour to run. And at this rate, City will get 10 or 12 clear-cut chances by the end of the game. Romario into Memphis Depay. Kevin Volland. God, he's missed it now. Gonzalez hits the post now. Bloody hell. We are living a charmed life in front of goal. And let's see if we can try and change something up here. Because it's obviously just not working at the moment, because we're being absolutely beaten up. We're going to bring on a tired Rebeo, because I feel he might just give us a little bit more stability, and we're going to bring him on for Freeman, who's a tired man. Zuccolini back into defensive midfield, and Reed just swaps over. So Rebeo is playing as an advanced playmaker support. With him, with the kind of not an attacking midfielder in the formation, he's playing slightly out of position, Rebeo, but nothing that he can't handle in my eyes. Here's Mires now, goes on a long surging run. Can he whip one in? He can. Oh, penalty? What was that for? Apparently, Alan Rodgers has handled the ball. And here's Brian Rebeo, who's been indifferent from the spot, let's be honest. He's been indifferent from the spot, but he's got a chance to give us a golden lead in the 70th minute. And he converts! That is smash and grab. That is what we're looking for. We're looking for gritty wins. Now, we'll still lose this game, I'm almost sure, because they can't just keep missing their opportunities that they're creating, but at least we've now got something really to play for. A controversial penalty, it's hit handball, to be honest. I didn't see. Now, you can't with the 2D, maybe he did handball, but God, we've got ourselves a really not controversial, but against the run of play goal, Here's Reed, who picks it up. That's a poor ball, trying to spread it out to Nestor Aguirre. Just didn't happen for him. Gonzalez, Depay has run that line extremely well, and it's a good block from Emre Can. Getting back, a 7th clear-cut chance spurned from Manchester City. To be honest, if I was the Manchester City manager, I would be absolutely fuming right now, because this would be typical FM cheese. But finally, it may be going our way. And let's try and... Oh no, see, I'm waiting for like last 5 to kind of try and close it out and go defensive, but we just don't seem to be making it. It seems to just be chance after chance, and if they get a good cross in, we are done. But Escobar with the... Oh, no, he's done the hard work so well, and he's gone and done that, and it's gone in. Oh, that is heartbreak. Romario, with his first ever goal for Manchester City, has crushed our dreams. Oh, no. No, that's not what was meant to happen. Escobar. It was such a good tackle. And then he gave the ball away so cheaply. Oh, that is disappointing. And they've still got 5 minutes to find a winner here. To be honest, I'll be blessed to get away with a draw here. And we've got away with a draw. I think that's actually a really good result. Like, I know it's disappointing to concede a goal so late on, but you know, you look at the game itself, we were overrun for the majority of 23 shots to 11. If we have a look at the more in-depth statistics, they had 7 clear-cut chances to our 2, and one of our 2, of course, was the penalty, which was controversial in itself. So the fact that we picked up a point, I think, is a bit of a blessing, really. We didn't really deserve it. We seem to be quite good on live commentaries. It's just away, like, our form not on camera is just flaky. Flaky is the only word to describe it, really. Just wins, losses, with no consistency. And we finally got a draw, our first draw in ages. And it's a good draw, really, at home to City. You gotta think, at the start of the day I would have taken it. So the next live commentary will be at home to Middlesbrough, which is actually, again, another while away. It's just so happening because of the Europa League and Capital One Cup and all that. The months are actually now involving a lot more games. So again, I probably won't go like through goal by goal, but like today, in today's video, I'll kind of just glance through the games, tell you the scores, tell you how the game might have kind of panned out, and the match stats and all that. In between then and now, we've got home to PSV in the Europa League, which is going to be a tricky game, away to Everton in the league against the former employers. That's going to be extremely tricky because they've had a good start. Home to QPR in the Cup, banana skin. Home to Watford in the league, we'd be looking to win that. Away to PSV in the Europa League, a very tough game, and away to Ipswich in the league, which is a winnable game. So we've got a mixture in there, and I certainly wouldn't be surprised if we continue our kind of inconsistent run, because it just seems to be the way and the style we seem to play. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. And as always, I will see you guys later. Bye.